on here and just wanted to come because I had some thoughts and share it with whoever could benefit from it. Um, this is my breakfast. I just worked out, so it's packed with protein. I cooked this quinoa with bone broth, and then it has beans and corn and avocado and cilantro. Um, I just came off a week of, or like a weekend of eating really bad, so trying to get back on to my regular eating schedule. But I just wanted to tap in and share where I am at in my healing journey. And I'm pretty sure this is something that I've talked about before, but it's something that now I'm actually putting into play, which is self-respect and having boundaries for yourself and not taking no bullshit from nobody. And I feel like throughout my entire life, because as a child, I wasn't poured into properly, and so I didn't know my own worth. Growing up and coming into an adult as a woman led me to allow people to disrespect me and allow people to treat me as if I wasn't worth like the utmost respect. And so I'm having to learn that as an adult, and especially now that I have a child, I don't want my child to be around nobody who don't respect him and pour into him and treat him as if he is absolutely amazing. And so I feel like, oh no, I don't like that. I feel like I have to exemplify that for him. I have to show him how to be that. I have to stand up for myself as a woman. I can't allow people to disrespect me, mistreat me. And then also I feel like my son has, his intuition is on point. Like if he's around somebody and he not fooling with them, he is not gonna fool with them. And I love that about him. I love that he's not a people pleaser and that he doesn't try and be nice to people just to make people feel good. And I've lived my whole life doing that. I've literally lived my whole life trying to make other people happy, whether that be in relationships, in family relationships, and friendships, intimate relationships. I have done so much to like make people like me or make myself feel like I'm worthy of being here. I'm worthy of you treating me well. I'm worthy of this, when it's like, no, you don't have to do any of that shit to for somebody that knows that you're worthy to treat you like you're worthy. So, I just wanted to give advice to hopefully people like, I don't know, 20s to 40s and even beyond, because sometimes it takes us longer to learn certain lessons. Like I said, I am learning those lessons right now, and I'm having to, cut people off. And it's something that is so crazy because a couple years ago in my life, I was feeling like, oh, if you're healed, you don't have to cut people off and this and that. And it was like, that's some bullshit. When people disrespect you, cut their ass off. They should not be able to have access to you, because just having access to you is a gift. The things that you bring, the conversations you bring, your essence, your creativity, your ideas, and even if you ain't doing all of that, just you as a person showing up in someone's life and them being able to benefit from just the joy that you bring and the laughs and the conversations, whatever that may be, that is a privilege. It's an honor to be around you. And it doesn't matter what you do to add to who you are. Who you are is absolutely enough. And so I have come into several situations where I've been friends with folks for years and noticed small things and behaviors that, showed me like this person don't give a goddamn about me. Or they might give a damn about me, but only if I'm supporting them or only if I'm helping them or only if, the things that I'm doing benefits them. And I do understand, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I realize that there are things that I have to offer and that, everything is is an exchange. Everything is a transaction. But for me, when it comes to transactions, I need full transparency. I need to understand that this is a transaction. I need to understand that what you're getting from this is something that I agree to and something that I feel like, yeah, I could do that. I don't like the fake shit. I don't like people trying to sneak and get something out of me that I didn't know you were getting out of me, but you were getting out of me. And just like sneaky niggas and niggas that don't mind manipulating people to get what they want. I'm not saying that there's not a place for that, and I'm not saying that people like that may not, they possibly can get ahead and, you know, gain recognition or gain fame, gain money. That's just not me. It's just never who I'm going to be. So no matter what, I don't care if I miss out on money. I don't care if I lose. At certain situations, I'm never going to trade my integrity. I'm never going to be a conniving person that is trying to get over on other people for my personal gain. I just can't do that. And I don't want my son to be that type of person because I truly feel that there's enough for all of us. I feel like it's enough going around. It's enough money in the world. It's enough resources in the world. And so I always just want to have an energy of there's enough. You know what I'm saying? And if I missed out on something because you wanted to try to step over me and try to get it, that wasn't for me. It was never for me. So yeah, that's a place where I'm at in my life, and it's taken me a long time to get it. And I, like I said, I made a video about that, about boundaries and stuff like that. But I don't think that I really was tapped into what boundaries are. And I think I was also afraid of holding up boundaries and saying, absolutely not. You will never be able to treat me like this again. Do not talk to me. Don't call me. Just, you know, don't text me. Just like no contact. Leave me alone. And I think for years I was just afraid of me holding boundaries and then me missing out on whatever I could be missing out on. And so now I'm at a place where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what I lose. I don't care what I lose. I ain't fucking with you. Period. And so I think that that is something that I wish I would have known at a way earlier age because and you know, it is what it is. I went through the stuff that I went through for a reason. But if anyone else can benefit from the things that I have learned from my life, is put yourself first, especially women. Put yourself first. Take care of you first. Learn everything you need to learn. Earn all the money you need to earn. Before you share yourself with someone and before you share your life and your magic with someone else, pour into you first. Find out what you like. Find out what you love. Find out how you like to be treated. Find out the type of lifestyle that you would like to live. Don't be in a rush to give your life to someone else. Don't be in a rush. It's so crazy. Like, if I could show y'all pictures of how I looked in a relationship versus how I look now, is drastic. Like, this area, my whole face was just swollen. Like, I literally just saw a video, and it wasn't that I was like, I was working out and eating good and everything, but it was just the stress that I was holding in my body that did not allow me to like drop some of the weight. And then like, I don't know, I just looked horrible. I just saw a picture of myself, a video of myself from when I was still in the relationship with my son's dad. And you know, it is what it is. I ain't trying to bash him. It is what it is. We are where we are, and I don't need to do that. But I just like to really take note of where I was when I was in that situation and really notice how much better I am now, because I decided to choose myself, and I started to say no to stuff. And I feel like a lot of times I would, like, he would ask for things, or there would be things required of me as a parent, where it would be like give, and I was depleting myself. Like, all the goddamn Mario coins was just being knocked out of me, and I had no life to me. Like I said, my face was swollen, my body just looked completely different. The the most drastic difference I feel like I saw was in my face. Like my face was just so puffy, and like even now you can see my cheekbone, you can see my jawline. I also like lost like 15 pounds soon as I moved out the house. And so we're in a better place now. We actually kind of cool, and like we don't really talk a lot, but when we do talk, I feel like we have a better like communication process. So we're still figuring it out, and I feel like that's something we're gonna have to continue to figure out because we have a child together. So no matter what, we're gonna have to be cool. But me saying no and me being like, not again, never again, really changed me. And so it's like if I'm not about to let him play in my face, I ain't about to let nobody do it. And I feel like so many people grow up like that. A lot of people grow up choosing themselves and understand what it means to center yourself. Now, I do, like I said, think that a lot of times the self-centering can get a little icky when you are willing to step over other people. But there is a lot of takeaway from folks who are self-centering because it is the key to self-preservation. If you cannot center yourself and you don't understand that people will walk all over you and take, then you will be around here sick, looking dried up, sickly, and while they're thriving and while you're, cleaning up floors looking like Cinderella and pale and gray, and they're sitting around here vibrant, living life. And so I'm working on the balance because I want to learn how to center myself and focus on myself and make sure that I have what I need before I give out into the world. But I also don't ever want to be somebody who is stepping over other people to get what I want. And so that's something that I am practicing. It's something that I'm still learning. And it's something that I believe if a lot more children knew, because the thing is that my mom probably didn't necessarily, I don't judge my mom for nothing as far as being a parent, because I just know that parenting is so effing hard. But I do know that as a child, as a young girl growing up, I did not know my value. I didn't know my worth. I understood that I was like cute, pretty, whatever, but it's like, it's so much more than that. It's like, regardless of if you look good or not, you are worthy. You're worthy of the finest things. You're worthy of the most kind people coming into your life. And so I kind of was made to feel like you're not doing enough. And, that might just be something that has to do with the way that my mom was raised, or even her zodiac sign. My mom is what is she, Capricorn? And so I feel like Capricorns have this like, it could be better, it could do better. And so I always had that like feeling in the back of my head, and I think that really played a part in how I lended myself to people. And even I was just talking to someone a couple weeks ago, and I was saying how I remember I did a sound bath for somebody, and I was walking her through her process. And she got what she needed from the sound bath. And then after I did it, my back went out for like a week straight. Like my back was tore up. And so here I am pouring out, giving of myself, and I don't have it to give. I don't have the capacity to give nothing. And so what happens is that you deplete yourself, and then you walking around here sick, stomach hurting, back hurting, all the shit. And you like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong. You keep doing too much for other people when you need to be doing for yourself. And I feel like as a parent, it's so hard. And just even as an adult, right? When you got bills and you got different money moves that you're trying to make, and you always thinking about stuff. So it's really hard to sit down somewhere and be taken care of. Like for instance, it's hard for me to take the time out sometimes and just take a bath. Like a bath is relaxing for me, and it's always been a place for me where I can find my healing. Like if I have a stomach ache, I'm taking a bath. If I don't feel good, I'm taking a bath. If my back hurt, I'm taking a bath. But sometimes it takes a lot for me to just slow down and do that and be like, girl, you need to go relax. You need to take a bath. So I think my point is that it's not always easy to take care of yourself. But if you be intentional, if you are intentional about taking those times, I don't care if it's just a 15-minute walk in nature and you making sure you touch each tree, or you touch one tree, or however many, or you take your shoes off outside and you put your feet in the grass for 20, 30 minutes, or you sit outside and you let the sun just soak into your skin, or you actually put your feet in the water at the beach if it's clean. I don't know. I'm scared of beaches now. I don't know why. TikTok got me scared of beaches. Um, all the conspiracies. But it's just little things that you just have to be intentional about doing in order to maintain your wellness. And I think as we're working and as we're trying to make more money and as we're trying to complete different tasks that we have throughout our lives, you just be like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And then what happens is that you doing it later, then that illness starts to sneak up on you. That back pain starts to sneak up to you. And perfect example, I moved into the space that I'm in now, and I'm cleaning, I'm scrubbing floors. I'm literally goddamn Cinderella. And I wasn't working out like I was, and I had got to a point in my workout journey where I was like really close to my fitness goals. And because I decided to take on this project of like cleaning the house, and I at the end of the day it was something that I had to do because I just can't live in filth. And when I got into the space, it was filthy. And so I had to clean it up in order for me and my son to live here comfortably. But I wore myself out. And so now I am still recovering from that. And this is like over a month ago. And so now I'm recovering, trying to get back in the gym, trying to get my back together. But I'll never do that shit again. I will never do that shit again. I will never sit there and work myself to the goddamn bone before I realize, girl, if you don't stop, your back is going to go out. You have an issue. You have back history, back issues, history, whatever. Like, you need to go to the gym, or you need to make sure that you're doing some type of core workouts to maintain your back and not have a spasm and an outbreak of, this back pain. So um, I'm just taking it day by day. At the end of the day, I am just living this life and just trying to figure out exactly what it looks like to have a balanced life. And I don't believe that anyone can just be like, I'm healed. I am completely healed, because I feel like in life, it's always going to be something else that you got to heal from. It's always going to be something that you got to experience and go through. So I don't necessarily believe in like, oh, we're healed, but I do believe in experiencing all the emotions, expressing all the emotions that you may have, whether that be anger. And I think anger is a huge one that folks decide to just like, oh, I'm not even going to do that today. And it's like, no, cut somebody out, cry, get what you need to get out of your body so it's not festering and growing in your body and becoming a tumor or cancer or whatever it may turn into, because you decided to hold that in your body, in your spirit. So it's just about doing little things every day that helps you to remember, hey, you need wellness as well. You just went through this, you need this. This week we had a good week, but don't forget that shit can be raggedy the next week. So I'm just learning to, like, one, choose myself, two, actually do the practices that I tell other people are great for them that I don't do my goddamn self. Actually doing that, making sure that I stretch. I hate stretching. I just feel like it takes up so much time. But every time I don't do it, I suffer. So even stuff like that, just making sure that I stretch on a daily basis, especially after I'm working out and I'm lifting weights. I need to stretch. So yeah, that's all. I just wanted to say that. That's where I'm at right now. I really love the fact that, even though I haven't been as consistent as I want to, I love the fact that I have videos of myself explaining what I'm going through, and I can go back and look and take notes and see how far I've come and the progress I've made. This is where I'm at now, learning boundaries, learning self-preservation, and learning to focus on my goals and my dreams, and not being codependent and having to be around other people or piggyback up off of other people's dreams, and just believing in my own dreams and the things that I'm doing, and that is enough. It's enough. So hope y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.